Chris Hipkins.
Thank you. To the Prime Minister, does he stand by all of his government statements and actions?
Yes.
Right Honourable Christopher Luxon.
Supplementary question. If the economy has turned the corner, as he's repeatedly claimed, why have record numbers of New Zealanders been applying for KiwiSaver hardship withdrawals in the past 12 months?
Well, as I've explained to the member before, it's no doubt been a very challenging time for the New Zealand economy. The previous government drove up spending, inflation, interest rates, put the economy into recession, and people lose their jobs as a consequence of that. But there are good signs. It's good to see that job ads are up 3.5%. It's good to see that building consents are up 12% just in the last quarter.
Supplementary question. Is he aware that under his leadership, hardship withdrawals from KiwiSaver have outnumbered first home withdrawals from KiwiSaver month after month, when previously it only happened once in 10 years?
Well, as I said to the member in my answer to his first question, it has been a difficult time for the New Zealand economy. We inherited a recession that was probably the worst in 35 years. There was a long COVID hangover, thanks to the previous government being the second biggest spending government in the Western world, spending $66 billion that no one seems to know where it went or where it went to. So the reality, though, is that things are getting better. Exports are up 4%, interest rates are down 300 basis points.
Supplementary question. Has increasing the cost of doctors' visits, home insurance, public transport, car registration, the price of going to a pharmacy and student loans during a cost of living crisis made things better or worse for everyday Kiwi families?
Well, I acknowledge that many of those things that drive inflation, and particularly electricity, but also most importantly council rates, that member opposes council rates. If he wanted to tackle that problem, he would come on board with the government's initiative to put a cap on rates.
Supplementary question, Madam Speaker. Is the government considering a law change to ban homeless people from central business districts? If so, why?
No, our government's doing everything we can to support people who are in homeless situations, and that's why you've seen 300 more places made available through Housing First. 100 of those 300 homes and accommodation has already been filled, 200 in Auckland. But of course, our government, our ministers will work with lots of people to see what else we can do.
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
Point of order, Right Honourable Chris Hipkins.
It was a very straightforward question. Is the government considering a law change to ban homeless people from central business districts? If so, why? I didn't ask the Prime Minister what does he think about homelessness. I asked him specifically whether they're considering a change to the law to ban homeless people from CBDs.
Two parts of the question, two legs questions.
The Prime Minister did say that the government will do what they can. I would like to know if the Prime Minister could elaborate on that to answer that specific part.
I'm quite comfortable to answer one of those legs or those two legs on that question.
Supplementary question. Is the government considering a law change to ban homeless people from central business districts?
There have been no cabinet decisions or discussion on that topic.
Yes, you are.
Supplementary question. Has the cabinet discussed a law change to ban homeless people from central business districts?
In answer to the answer I just gave the member for his last question, no.
I've got a supplementary from Chloe Swarbrick.
When, if ever, will the Prime Minister finally respond to my many invitations to walk the streets of Auckland Central and meet the people, including the children, who his government's policies have made homeless?
Well, no disrespect to the member, but when she was part of a Labour Greens government and had one of her members as the Minister for Homelessness, we saw $1 billion spent on emergency housing and a 37% increase in homelessness. This government's record on housing, I would line up against Labour Greens Te Pāti Māori any day of the week. The great Labour ministers, Prime Ministers of the era must be rolling in their grave with the legacy of Labour Greens housing.
That's enough. Right Honourable Chris Hipkins.
If booting people out of emergency accommodation has fixed the homelessness problem, why is the government now considering changing the law to ban homeless people?
Well, I reject the characterisation of that question because here's the deal on housing. This government has delivered housing affordability for people who want to purchase a house or to rent a house. This is the government that took 6,000 people off the State House wait list, while that member increased it fourfold over 6 years. This is the government that took 3,200 households out of emergency housing, and this is the government that's doing a lot to help homeless support. Our record, yours any day.
Is this... Quiet, please. Is this a supplementary question, Minister Jones?
The Prime Minister.
Yes.
Is the Prime Minister aware that a capital gains tax leads to complications, complexity and administrative dead weight?
It's not, well, it is relevant to the lead question, so I'll let the Prime Minister answer that.
Well, I thank the member for raising that issue, because I'm saying taxing Kiwis and their houses and their KiwiSaver accounts is not the way forward to help people with the cost of living. It's just adding costs, adding tax. On this side of the house, we believe in low taxes. We believe on backing people who want to make something happen, not taxing everybody in sight.